Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into round 8 of the Ride365.com Nationals, powered by Versus PC, live from Spring Creek, Millville, Minnesota. My name is Kellen Brauer, and for the first time since Indiana 2015, I am joined by a co-host actually in the studio tonight. I'm really excited for this one. My good friend, some of you guys may have seen him in our YouTube videos in the past, the one and only Aaron Hemphill. What's up tonight, Aaron?
Hi.
Aaron will be joining us to somewhat co-broadcast to start the things off tonight. We'll be joined at some point by Chris Riesenberg as well, Race Tech's own Chris Riesenberg. Right now, 250 Constellation Race is on the track, and we'll jump in with talking about those guys in just a moment. But before we get too far, I want to talk about the 250 standings coming into this event, which there you can see them on your screen right now. This is actually unofficial as they have not scored the second motos from Lakewood. Those still need to be manually input, but unofficially Colton Mitchell is leading the points, and with the Lakewood results, he would obviously be even farther ahead than Sean Klein, because I believe he did finish ahead of Sean Klein in that second Lakewood moto. So Colton Mitchell still leading the points. He's going to have the red plate tonight on that Prime Designs Honda. Sean Klein sitting in second. Brock Pearson runs up in third. And your defending champion, Jared Seidhoff, is in fourth. So Seidhoff continues his downward trend after leading the championship early on this year. We got Jordan Moxey in the 5 spot, Russ Chapman, Jeremy Siebold, Walter Gebhardt, Jake Rose, and Phil Bull rounding out the top 10. So a lot of you guys asking for updates on where everyone is in the championship standings. Again, not 100% official. This still needs to be updated from Lakewood, or Lakewood results need to be added in. But as of tonight, round 8, this is roughly where we stand. Colton Mitchell leading the championship. So let's jump into the consolation race and see what exactly is going on. We've got Ryan Mahan leading this thing for Splitfire. He's been in these consolation races just about every week. Ben Toy in second, Parker Allen in third, and Josh Bellinger is in fourth. The top 4 out of this will transfer into the motos to join the 36 other fast qualifiers. Well, Aaron, first time ever broadcasting with me. For those of you that have no idea who Aaron is, he is my best friend. We used to live a lot closer to each other. We don't live that close to each other anymore, but
and this time you had to move further away.
Yeah, we do hang out quite a bit. So don't obviously hang out with Jeremy or Chris that much since they don't live in the same state as me, but Aaron lives in the same town, so we hang out a lot. And he knows a little bit about motocross. He knows almost nothing about sim. And that's kind of the beauty of this evening, at least in my opinion, is that he's going to get a first-hand look of just how crazy and awesome MX Simulator action is. And I just want to hear from you, Aaron. What is your opinion of MX Simulator racing before we even jump in? Like, what are your thoughts about this game? How crappy it is or how great it is? Whatever. I want to hear it.
Well, first off, let me correct you there. I've seen you do one race ever on Sim, and that was when you first started playing Sim. So I have, when you did that, that was when on your crappy little laptop, which I doubt you have anymore. You probably went, kicked to the curb like, bye-bye. It's probably floating somewhere in the sea, thanks to us and our pollution. But yeah, the graphics on that were a lot crappier than I'm looking at now. Now I can actually see things with finer details. Before it was like, what? What are you looking at? What am I looking at?
Well, besides the details and the graphics, obviously the gameplay is a thing that most of us are here for. Everyone plays this game because the physics are ridiculously good, and I'm pretty sure I handed you the controller one time to try it.
Yeah, a few times, and that was me the whole time right there.
Yeah, just crashing like Mr. Ryan Mahan is. It is a very tough game to learn, and you can hear it from Aaron himself here, who's only played the game once. It's hard. You pick it up, and oh man, sometimes you just never want to pick it up again like you, huh?
I think your fiance did better than I did on this, to be honest. We made her play a few times.
Oh man.
I'll just stick to Reflex.
Yeah, Reflex. Reflex is a little bit easier to play than this game, that is for sure. But that's kind of what makes it so special to watch these guys go at it and put on a good show for us. Obviously, just the consolation race, so we'll get a little bit more into the action as the race goes on with some of our faster riders. Obviously, our points leader, Colton Mitchell, But Mahan and Toy kind of making a claim to this consolation race, running 1 and 2 and getting away quickly. We saw Toy get that hole shot, and nobody really even in the same picture as them right now either.
I'm digging Toy's matching gear with bike right now.
Yeah, Toy's got that DX3 Yamaha setup put on by the one and only Devin Davis, who again was somewhat of a controversial figure this week. I know, shocker. But he reported on the forums that he was a little bit frustrated with the track being released today, which it actually was released this morning. These guys not having as much time to run the optimal lap time. And that does, in fact, hurt people who have day jobs or whatever and can't necessarily run as many lap times as the people in this game who either just go to school during the day or don't even go to school because they're homeschooled or whatever.
Plus, it's summertime right now, so...
Yeah, it's summertime, so no one's even in school.
Yeah, unless you are doing the whole... what's it called? Words, Aaron, do words. The charter schools.
Charter schools.
Charter schools are, yeah, where you live at the high school. I don't know what that's called.
Well, you're already messing that up, but I can tell you that there are definitely not that many of the under 18-year-olds in school currently, so they can devote a lot of time.
Chula Vista, there is. They have that. They get like every month. They get like a 2-week break or something like that. But they go to school year round.
Well, these kids in this game can devote a lot of time to the game, and obviously some of them play it quite often. We often see people playing this game for 10 to 12 hours a day, just doing whatever they can to get their best lap times.
And we played Minecraft for 10 to 12 hours one day?
normally they are able to run the best lap time or something along those lines. Colton Mitchell, one of the younger people to play this game, I believe he's only 16 years of age. So there is that, but there's also the hard-working class people in this game. I believe Ryan Mahan is actually one of those people. I believe he's 20 years old now. He's one of the elder statesmen of this game, which is tough to believe, but yeah, normally we have people 18 or younger playing this game and going hard in the paint playing it. But right now...
So it's like real-life motocross. You're about 20 years old, you're like retiring.
Yeah, you have an amateur career coming up. You can't race Factory Gaming competition until you're 13, so got to race amateur racing when you're 13 or older. Come through the ranks. Colton Mitchell, another one of the guys that raced amateur racing, and now he is leading the pro standings. So everybody started somewhere. Even myself was pretty crappy when I started this game. Mahan wasn't amazing out of the gate. Ben Toy, all these guys. How about Ashton Rakovsky? You and I, Aaron, talked about this right before we started streaming. I haven't heard his name all year. You haven't heard his name in your life, but...
Nope. I know Ashton Kutcher. I've heard that name.
But good to see him out here. He looks like he is going to make it into the motos tonight, running in the 3 spot, and he's got a good little gap running over Alex Cunningham here in the 4 spot. And both of them are almost 10 seconds ahead of Reno Brennan in the 5 spot, and Reno Brennan said it in the chat right before this race started. He's going to send it. Right now he's trying to send it into the motos, but it is not working. He is in the 5th spot and out of transfer right now. So we are going to take this thing down to the wire and see who will make the motos. It looks like the top 4 are safe, but you never know. That's the beauty of Race Factory Gaming competition, as Reno Brennan has the save of a lifetime.
Almost takes out the cameraman there.
Almost did take out the cameraman. You are right about that. And Aaron, you're also going to be in on a fantastic experience tonight, because for the first time in 3 races, I am bringing back the Dualies for Shots game, which, do you know what dualies are, Aaron? Let's ask you first if you know what dualies are.
I'm thinking of a trailer right now.
Yeah, that is also a dually, but in MX Simulator, what do you think a dually is?
Something with 2. That's what
2? 2 what?
I don't know. 2 wheels, 2 jumps, 2 crashes.
No, Aaron, that would be the beautiful double whippage. 2 people whipping side by side, same frame, whatever you want to call it. People getting upside down and dirty with their whips, like Ben Toy going over the finish line right here. And for every dually that we see on stream tonight, I will be taking a shot of wonderful Ciroc Peach Vodka.
You lost me at the peach part.
Coming down to the line, though, it will be Alex Cunningham making it through into the motos. Reno Brennan, unfortunately, said he was going to send it. He's going to send it to the bleachers tonight, though. We hope to see him back in the stream chat here shortly, though. He comes across in 5th.
The chat.
Yeah. Chat, let me know. It's got to be side by side, not in the same frame, side by side. Parker Allen comes across in 6th. He is also not going to go through into the motos. We got Ed Kozak versus PC FamX Honda Machine coming down. He's going to front flip his way down the hill. Nice landing, but he is almost on the ground.
We should, what is it? Go back to 2011 Red Bull New Year's No Limits. And what the guy said? Double Dead Sailor?
Double Dead Sailor, yeah. Just straight air McGee.
So we should probably do that for you too now. Or whatever next time I'm here and I can drink because I have to drive home.
Yeah.
He'll do the dualies. I'll do the Double Dead Sailors next time I'm here.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know what Aaron's talking about, we both went to the Red Bull New Year No Limits event, which was New Year's 2012 actually, right? But it was in 2011 technically. Yeah. That was Robbie Madison jumping on the Embarcadero downtown with Levi LaValle in San Diego. One was on a snowmobile, one was on a dirt bike. LaValle actually went farther. We actually were standing right next to the takeoff ramp. We actually got pretty good spots for that. But we were walking on the Embarcadero, which is a place downtown San Diego, and we had this group of drunk people walking behind us, and this guy thought he was definitely the coolest guy in town, and he was telling all of his...
He looked the coolest guy in town. He had skinny jeans, plaid shirt before it was all a fad now.
He was telling all of his friends, oh, I could do that jump no problem, man. I'd do a Double Dead Sailor over that thing. And we both busted up laughing. It was great. And
I think we laughed all the way the rest of the Embarcadero because of that.
Yeah, we were walking from the front of the jump all the way to the landing of the jump, but around the inside of the bay, and we were laughing so hard all the way through it.
I think that's when we got that 30-minute abs that people want because we were laughing so hard. Or people thought we were on drugs, one of those two.
Yeah.
I think people think we're on drugs because we were just laughing so hard, and we got to that laughing point where it was quiet laughing. We just had that weird laughing face that Kellen gets when he laughs too hard. It's like he's gasming almost sometimes.
Good fun indeed, though. But we are set to go racing here at Millville in Minnesota. We've got the 250 Moto 1 coming up first. And we got a couple features that we like to do here on the Race Factor Gaming live streams. Normally, Chris Riesenberg is here to do that. But we also do the Race Tech keys to the Moto, and we do the versus PC one to watch. I will handle the Race Tech keys to the Moto, which personally I think here at Millville, deep in the sand, obviously you need to get a good start. That's always a key. But the main key to this track, I think, is actually getting good runs through the sand rollers, which are a few turns into the moto. As long as you are getting the line right into those rollers, getting good drive all the way through them. There's 2 sets that go back and forth. That will be the key to winning in the 250 class, at least I think. Deep sand rollers, 250 power, you get bogged down. Definitely have to ramp up the intensity through the sand rollers. And that is going to be my Race Tech keys to the moto for tonight. We are going to send it to Aaron here in just a second for the versus PC one to watch. Basically what we do every week is we pick someone just out of the random that we want to watch at some point during the moto.
You have a hat with names and everything in it, or you just...
Not really. We'll go through the list of riders that are have made it into the moto, and we will pick out just someone. You could pick anyone you want who you think looks cool or you just haven't heard of before. Obviously, haven't heard of anybody, but
nope.
Well, easy voice crack. I'm gonna have to disconnect and reconnect here. You just pick anyone you want, and during the moto, we'll go back and take a look at them, kind of keep up to date with where they are and how they're doing. But let's take a look at who is going to be the versus PC one to watch. I'm going to start at the front of the field on this parade lap, and I'm just going to go backwards until you find someone you think looks like someone we should watch during this moto. That's where we're stopping already.
Moxie.
Jordan Moxie. He is 5th in the championship standings, number 57 on the Architect Yamaha. And the one and only Aaron Hemphill has selected Jordan Moxie as the versus PC one to watch.
You want to know why?
Why?
Because in Maine, where I go to school, they have a drink out there called the Moxie.
Ooh, what's in it?
Have you ever had like those bottle cap candies as a kid?
Yeah.
Just imagine all that put together.
In what though?
A drink. It's like a soda.
Yeah, but like what is there?
It's in a
vodka?
Can. No, it's like a soda. It's like it has a thickness of like cough syrup.
So it's not an alcoholic beverage?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. So it's just like some crappy main drink then.
Yes, but like it's like everyone loves it out there. Everyone says it tastes like cough syrup. It has a consistency of cough syrup, but it tastes like every like soda you can think of in a can. Like,
interesting.
Just imagine your dad's Dr. Pepper with like Coke and Mountain Dew and Pepsi and Diet Pepsi, which
that sounds
is crap.
horrible.
Imagine all that together. That's what it tastes like.
You're making Mr. Jordan Moxley here sound like a very bad flavored drink. But I'll run with it. Versus PC one to watch. Jordan Moxley, 57 on the Architect.
Jordan,
Yamaha.
I don't think you're a bad drink. Yeah.
I have a feeling it'll be pretty easy to keep up with Mr. Moxley tonight. Not too sure where he qualified here this evening, but he is normally one of the front runners in the series.
Just don't let me down.
Normally our versus PC one to watch, just so you know, is someone that maybe fades back in the pack a little bit, so we can always go back through the field and see where they're running. But Moxley should be fine tonight. We got Rogers, Klein, Moxley, Toy, Lewis, Powers, Mora, Hughes, Dakota French, Adrian Wilson. I'm trying to find our championship leader. He is got to be somewhere around here. Anywhere? There he is. He is off in the hills. Colton Mitchell, the number 10 Prime Designs graphics machine, is coming down the hill. I don't know what he is doing.
He made a left turn when he should have made a right.
He is finishing his parade lap by going through the stands here at Millville, so that is your points leader. But we are set to go.
Are we just trying to do a Kevin Windham and do a transfer?
Yeah, maybe get it started with a transfer tonight. We are set to go, though, here at Millville. And I'm actually going to take a look at Mitchell on the start, given that he is the championship leader. He should be right about in the middle of the gate somewhere. And we have got a nice 30-minute plus 2-lap moto set to go coming up here. Aaron is reading the chat and getting some...
That sounds nasty. It is nasty.
Yeah, that drink does not sound good.
But when you're at 2 a.m. studying for a chem final, it sounds kind of okay, and it tastes okay as for one sip. I don't know how my friend can drink gallons beyond gallons of that in a day.
Let me see if I can find someone more in the middle, actually, than Mitchell. But here we go. 30-second board is sideways. JLV moonwalks his way off the track. We are set to go racing. Let's go 250 racing or not. From Millville, the gate is down, but I have a feeling I just lagged out or something. I don't know what has happened.
Who's commentating with you?
Not too sure what just happened. Who? Up, nope. Oh, whoa! What in the hell? We are off racing, and I did pick Jeremy Smith to watch, and I believe he got the whole shot. Although my timing and scoring is all janked up, I'm not too sure whether or not that was a server issue or not. People in chat saying that that should be red flagged. Either way, Jeremy Smith looks to be leading the way in this thing unofficially. This doesn't normally happen, Aaron. I promise you. We don't normally see that kind of a start.
It's because I'm here.
In Race Factory Gaming competition. So we are going to see if this plays out as Smith goes down. Red flag is being displayed in chat, so red flag conditions here. Looks like they're going to get that restarted and actually have a clean and fair start. That appeared to be nothing but just server lag. Some people were suggesting it may be a DDoS, which is a distributed denial of service attack on the server, but I don't believe that's what we saw because it was just a random blip.
What is it? Heckman wants to know who's commenting with you?
Yeah, Alex Heckman, one of our regular viewers here, and a pretty great YouTuber himself. That is Aaron Hemphill, my good friend Aaron, who you may know actually, Heckman, from watching some of our videos. If any of you guys have seen the World of MX, or not that video. What's it called? This Week in Moto Gaming videos, where Aaron co-hosts that with me. That's a couple years old now. We haven't done that in a while. Yeah. He's been in some of our Minecraft videos, Trials Fusion. What's some of the other games we played together?
We've done the MXGP
game,
which I did horrible at. We did some fighting games, which I destroyed your ass, basically until the last 2 rounds, and then you're just like, no, fam, I'm coming back in and kick your ass.
All right, well, we are set to go round number 2. Apparently, this is going to be the real race, and it is off and running. Jeremy Smith is trying to get another good start. He's got a good one down the middle, and the number 4 machine.
Oh, that's a nice flip.
2013 250 champion Jeremy Smith with the hole shots. So 2 for 2 essentially in hole shots here. And this time it's the real one. The 13 of Russ Chapman is trying to scoot down the inside of him. Not quite able to get there, though. Oh, already starting off with the dualies. I'll take a shot for that here in just a second. But Russ Chapman and Jeremy Smith throwing down early on. They got Brock Pierce on the 194 giving chase as we go through the sand rollers.
Someone commented, you haven't looked at the chat yet. He's not looking. He's looking at the screen. I'm looking at the chat, so I'm reading everything you guys are saying.
Yeah, we always are paying attention to the chat, though. Believe you me, as Smith and Chapman on the 13 are going at it.
Hey, it's my number that was supposed to be my number until I hit the 1 by accident, so now it's saying 131.
Chapman, all sorts out of shapes as he's got Pearson trying to come with him. We got Lightsel up front and our versus PC one to watch. Jordan Moxley has a top 5 start, so he's looking strong early on. Here's your points leader, Colton Mitchell, with I think that's Cody Branson on the 317 on the inside, 134. Jonathan Hughes on the outside giving chase. Almost a big mistake there for Mitchell, but he's able to save it. Everybody funneling up the hill now. Big uphill triple step up. These 250 guys just able to get over it. And then it's a land rush up the hill. Tyler Lewis on the 46 is in there, as well as Chase Donovan on the 51. Look at this freight train of riders already, as Moxie's going to be coming under attack soon from your points leader. Lightsa with a good start on the 201 is trying to hang tight with Pearson as they come down the hill. But up front, Smith is still leading this thing, and he's actually gapping Russ Chapman just a tad. Chapman's still keeping it close. They're all gapping Lightsel now, who looks like he's moved into the 3 spot.
Whoever said, which is our favorite 250 rider? If you mean in the game, I don't have one. It's like my first time actually doing this. Kellen, on the other hand, can't answer that question. But if you mean like in real life, then he moved to the 450 class. It would be Marvin Muscan. But I don't have a favorite 250 rider recently. So yeah. But in the game, Kellen can answer that one for you.
I don't really have favorite riders in this game. I like to call the broadcast as it comes to me. Aaron just pulled a muscle in his leg.
No, I hit my knee against the thing.
Anyway, yeah, I think all of them are pretty awesome riders. They're all usually pretty good people, so. This guy right here, though, running up front, Jeremy Smith, is a good one, and we just saw him score points not 3 weeks ago at the 450 Redbud National in real life. I believe he finished 19th in the first moto at Redbud in real life on a 450. Just beat out Nick Way. But Smith is under attack. Just under attack now. Smith is from Chapman again in the same spot they were last time. Chapman made a big mistake through here, and Smith was able to gap him. But Chapman is going to work. We are just about 3.5 minutes in to this one.
Wait, is it 30-minute motor or is it?
Yeah, 30-minute plus 2-lap motos as Chapman throws it down the inside. Not quite able to get there.
Wasn't sure if it was different on this. That's one of the things you didn't state before this thing started. They say how long to be sitting my butt in this chair, but I figured.
Well, we do take commercial breaks after this, so I think you're going to be okay, Aaron.
Someone wants to know if you need, if he needs his pit reporter.
I think we're good tonight, Eli. We'll have you back next week for sure, though. Eli Block, our regular pit reporter. Be a little too crowded in the booth once Chris gets here to have 4 people.
Sorry, buddy.
Smith and Chapman still just sprinting away. I don't want to get away from this battle because they've done such a nice job running together here. Trying different lines. Chapman going inside. Not able to get a wheel in there, though. It's good, though. He's not following Smith. A small mistake. Chapman's going to try to throw it down the outside, but Smith will shut the door.
Looks like Roxon, but I'm a Cowie.
Oh, more dualies. I've already got to take 1 shot, so I'll get this first one out of the way. Woo!
Big man. And he had 2 beers before this started. Oh, wait, he's finishing his 2nd beer still.
I'm going to be jacked up. Don't try this at home, kids. Oh, Chapman, he loses it, and he almost saved it, but he's off the bike. That's going to be a 10-second fall-off crash. So Leitzel, having a great race early on, is actually not going to get to Chapman, who got running just before he got there.
Thank God you said his name, because I don't call him Letzel.
That's not that far off, though.
I'm horrible with names, people. I'm better with faces, I swear.
Leitzel gonna give chase to Chapman now, though, and Smith has got a big lead to work with. Behind that, we've got Great Britain's own Jonathan Hughes with our versus PC one to watch Jordan Moxie, and Sean Klein is running in 6th. So Sean Klein in that battle for the championship, as we saw in the point standings before we got underway here.
Someone's taking shots with. Wow, this voice crack again. Someone's taking shots with you.
Right on, guys. Shots for days. But obviously drink responsibly.
Don't drink and drive.
Oh, we got our 2 championship combatants actually here running 6 and 7 in opposite order. Colton Mitchell, the championship leader, behind Sean Klein on the 74, who just made a mistake.
Oh, Moxie, go!
Side-by-side trialies. Oh, there's somewhat a dualies out of Moxie and Mitchell. And now it's a drag race up the hill. It's still 3 wide as Moxie scrubs it down and shuts the door on Mitchell. Klein is trying to get down to the inside. It's still 3 wide coming down the hill. Intense action here from Millville. Look at Mitchell trying an inside line. He's still side-by-side with Moxie going up the hill.
I would say that triple, you would have to do half a shot for that one at least. Because Moxie kind of did.
I'm going to be absolutely pasted by the time we get to 450s tonight. As Mitchell trying to get down. Well, he goes 250, 250, 450, 450. Okay. So look at Mitchell trying to inside. Oh, Klein tries to get down around the outside. He goes up and over the bars. And Mitchell makes that pass stick on Moxie, who I think was too busy worrying about not hitting Klein flipping down the hill. So Mitchell up into the 6th spot now. So it's still Smith leading here on to lap number 4. Chapman has gotten away a little bit from Leitzel. Now Hughes is giving chase to him. Colton Mitchell actually up into the 5th spot. Moxie has drifted back to 6th. Branson now in 7th. Tyler Lewis runs in the 8th spot. And further back of that, we got Jack Zars, Sean Klein, Harry White, Devin Ryan. That's a little 4 train right there. Ryan bringing up the rear. He is in the 12th spot, I believe.
And Kellen is drinking Ciroc, peach flavor, which just doesn't sound good.
Smell it. That's not that bad.
Oh wow. It doesn't smell bad, but he lost me at peach when he was mentioning it.
You don't like peaches? Because you know peaches are made in a can. They were put there by a man.
They're made in a can.
Hey, that's a good song. You gotta listen to that sometime.
The song you should listen to is what my brother found, because it's a funny ass song and you may like it. It involves like.
Tell me afterwards. All right, things settled down pretty easily inside of the top 10. Not anything crazy going on, although Mitchell has just made the pass on Jonathan Hughes for 4th. So Mitchell on the 10 is going after Leitzel, who just saved a big crash. Looked like he's going over the bars. Leitzel on that 201 TM factory racing machine. He's pumped. He's getting stream time. He's getting past, though. Mitchell down the inside. Makes it stick and goes into 3rd. Mitchell is a man on a mission right now, trying to extend that points lead.
It kind of runs Mitchell past Leitzel. That kind of runs, but not really.
Mitchell past Leitzel? Nah.
Oh,
Husey throws it down the inside, pushes Leitzel wide.
When you're more drunk, it would rhyme to you.
Discussed before this race that Colton's point lead, I believe, is up to about 20 or so. I think it's probably a little bit bigger than what it suggests on Race Factor Gaming. We still have not put in Lakewood results yet. So once we factor that in, he is about 20 points ahead of Sean Klein in the championship. So Mitchell now up to 3rd, obviously doing himself a favor. We go back to Harry White going down in front of Jack Zars. Still have not seen Sean Klein. Here he is coming down the hill. He is in actually the, well, he's going into 10th, 11th, 10th. On 10th, down the inside of Harry White. Foster MX wants an onboard of the points leader, and I think that's a good idea. So we'll go on board here for a lap of Millville with Colton Mitchell. He's running 2:19.3s, which I believe are pretty good for a 250. But we'll see just how good it is. Aaron's going to get a first look on board action here with one of the best 250 riders in the world in this game right now.
Let's say a racing on board. I usually get on board with you, but usually you dicking around.
I don't want to know about you getting on board with me. That's a little much.
So let's put it like this, people. If you watch the Monster Energy Supercross, Kellen's like Jeff Emmett. No Supercross, races Oppercross, wow. He knows dirt bikes, he races them. I'm like Ralph Sheheen, I don't know shit. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep my commentating when it comes down to like the racing part a minimal. Don't want to blab my mouth to something I don't know.
I think you're doing just fine, Aaron. Colton Mitchell, though, making things look smooth. Actually has lost a little bit of time, though, since we've gone on board with him. He's trying to cut that gap down under 5 seconds to Rush Chapman, who we can just see ahead of him going up the hill. That red gear on that green Kawasaki.
Someone's falling right behind him, too.
Yeah, right behind him still is Jonathan Hughes, keeping things interesting. We'll stay on board with Mitchell, though, to finish this lap. I want to see what lap time he's able to run. How many live viewers we got right now? 49. Good little group.
It's not 69, though. 20 more, make it better.
Go find 20 of your friends. Let's make it a little bit better.
Also a little dirty at the same time.
Mitchell is closing this gap down, though. This is coming down in a hurry. It was 5 seconds less than half a lap ago. It's now 3.5. I'm really curious to see this lap time. He's made quite a few mistakes, but I think he's going to hover around that same time that he was able to run before this. Coming down 2:18.3, which I believe resets fastest lap of the race.
It was 2:19 something.
Yeah, 2:18.3 is fastest lap. Gonna take a look at the versus PC one to watch real quick if I can find him. Here he is, Jordan Moxey, as picked.
6th place.
By Aaron Hemphill. Yeah, in 6th place. Making that Architect Yami look so good. We're 12 minutes into this thing. We'll have a Moto Option Clothing run through the field in a little bit. Right now, it is still Jeremy Smith, though. How many people do you think are as good in real-life motocross that are also this good in a video game? Jeremy Smith, 2-time 250 Supercross champion, 2013 250 Outdoor champion in this game. And he also goes out and scores points in real-life motos.
I was going to ask him, like, that name sounds familiar.
Yep.
And, I think you told me this. I think there's maybe a dozen, if not, maybe a little less. Because I know, what's his name? Number 20? Tickle. Tickle's little brother is my dad.
Tickle's little brother, Carson, who actually also scored points this year as well in the 450 class.
So it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, Carson Tickle's good, but we don't see Tickle race as much often. Brock Tickle's younger brother Carson used to be a staple in this series. We don't see him race very much anymore. Smith, kind of the lone warrior left of the sim players that also moto down. We also have Brazilian superstar Hector Suncao, who used to race in this series and actually won a few motos. Guys like Aaron Plessinger used to play this game, but we haven't seen him around for a while.
That's your Plessinger?
I said Plessinger.
Okay. I just saw something about his name, and he was doing the whole thing about it, and it's like Plessinger.
Matt Burkeen, also a former 250 outdoor champion in this game, has just narrowly missed scoring points in 250 motos in real life before. He's finished 21st, I think, 4 times in his career.
So I have 1 Loretta's, but I suck at the game.
Poor Foster MX.
That happens to most people.
Yeah, we got Brock Pappy also plays this game. Rush Chapman also actually pretty fast in real life, and now he has actually been passed by Colton Mitchell. We missed the pass, unfortunately. But Mitchell now into 2nd. Question remains, we are almost halfway into this moto. Can Mitchell, who is 13 seconds down of Jeremy Smith, actually run him down and win this thing?
I'm saying no.
He's sending it, but Aaron, hot take of the day, saying no, Colton Mitchell will not be able to make it to Jeremy Smith.
Sorry, someone's got to be a doubter, Mitchell.
Chat is actually pointing out a lot of things. We got Jeremy Smith leading this thing. He has scored points in real-life 450 motos. Behind that, Colton Mitchell, haven't heard too much about him riding in real life, but Rush Chapman is actually a pretty good amateur rider at the moment. Jonathan Hughes, not too much about him, but Logan Leitzel's actually pretty fast as well. And Jordan Moxey. Jordan Moxey does some cool little videos, rider out of England. He's done some funny little pit bike videos and actually rails a little bit on his 250F that I think he has.
Someone just said, Brock Pappy doesn't know how to shift in real life.
Kind of true. Is Jordan Moxey, our versus PC one to watch, hits the deck.
Moxey.
He did not lose a spot, though, I don't think. I think he was behind Leitzel.
I think he's been 6th place this whole time, and he's passed. No, wait. I don't know.
You okay?
Been up since 5:30 this morning. You've been up a little lot.
Really? You want to challenge me to been up since?
Yeah, I know. I'm saying you've been up a lot later than I have.
Yeah, thought so. Tyler Lewis trying to give chase now to Moxey.
No need to be triggered, person.
Sean Klein. Jack Zars is quite a ways back at Klein, 20 seconds, give or take. Devin Ryan, James Schuler. Actually, let's go ahead and do a run through the field, brought to you by the fine folks at Moto Option Clothing, the title sponsor of the Supercross Series for 6 years running in this game. Always do some great stuff for us, and you guys should do some great stuff for them too. Head to their website, check them out, buy stuff. MotoOptionClothing.com. Jeremy Smith is leading this thing, though, for TBR on the number 4 Suzuki. And Colton Mitchell is trying to run him down, although we have a great battle still kind of going on here for second. Your points leader, Colton Mitchell, on the number 10 Prime Designs Honda, is in second. Third place is Russ Chapman, though, and he is keeping it awful close. He's riding for the boys. You know what Saturday's for, Aaron?
For the boys!
For the boys!
Sorry, it's Aaron Hall.
No, it is actually Aaron Hemphill is his real name. That is my co-commentator
doing his
tonight.
American accent impersonation.
Russ Chapman, though, does run in third for the boys. Number 13 on the Kawasaki. Jonathan Hughes is in fourth, rider out of Great Britain. No team affiliation, although I think he's on Midas Racing. Someone could correct me, though. In fifth,
I can't correct you at all.
Logan Leitzel, TM Factory Racing Machine. He is having the race of his career. Race of his career for Logan Leitzel, who's doing a fantastic job. This would be his first ever top 5 finish. I think maybe even his first ever top 10 finish. He's been dying to score points, and he's doing a great job right now. Moxey versus PC One to Watch, 57 on the Yamaha Architect rider, is in 6th. Behind that, Sean Klein, the rookie, forever good on the Honda, number 74. Second in the point standings, runs 7th on the track right now. But number 1 in your heart, I'm sure, is Sean Klein. Tyler Lewis is giving chase, though.
I ain't British, people!
On the 46, Relaxed Tires Suzuki. And he is running in the 8th spot. 9th is occupied by the other rookie.
This is America.
Jack Zars versus PC Famimax Honda is in 9th on the 718. And 10th, Devin Ryan, Relaxed Tires Suzuki. Number 32, that is the top 10 rundown. Brought to you by Moto Option Clothing. We're going to continue back into the field, though. James Schuler is right behind Devin Ryan in 11th. Thomas Sillick is in 12th. Anna Rogers is in 13th. Harry White's doing barrel rolls.
Whoa.
Almost saved it. Almost a good save right there.
If this was Sparta, I would Sparta kick you into a hole. This is America.
14th is Brock Pearson, though. MV Films at 194. Tyler Fry is in 15th. Harry White drops back to 16th after his barrel roll. Edward Mora in 17th. Jeremy Cohenauer is actually getting passed by Cody Branson in 18th, so 19th now is Cohenauer. Jake Warden is the final points-paying position, but watch out, here comes salty Walter Gebhardt. He's going to get that spot and almost take Jake Warden to the ground. Gebhardt now going into 20th. He is a very fast rider. Kind of surprised to see him back here. Chase Donovan is in 22nd. AJ Green is in 23rd. Josh Williams is in 24th. Alex Cunningham has just went a lap down in 25th. Brett Powers, Donut MX, the one and only. Everybody's been asking for him in chat tonight. He is in 27th. He's holding on to go to French right now. Kevin Gonzalez is in 28th. Brandon Hedge, now 30th because he just got passed by Hayden Stevenson, who's 29th. Hedge, 30th. Ashton Rakowski, 31st. Nicholas Crush, 32nd. Caden Speck, Ryan Mahan is rage quit. Adrian Wilson is rage quit. Clay Alfrey is rage quit. Jeremy Siebold is rage quit. David Wright is rage quit. And Ben Toy has rage quit.
It's not good to rage quit, people. Good way to break a controller, just like my brother has a few times. Then you have to spend another 50 to 80 bucks for a new controller. Or if you use your keyboards, you have to buy a new keyboard, which can get expensive. I know, because one of my friends at school has a gaming keyboard, and he bought it for 90 bucks, and it's all fancy. It lights up and everything, tells you what keys you use for a game.
Yeah, some keyboards are really dank like that.
And it does like a whole rainbow effect.
All right, back up front, Jeremy Smith leading this thing. We are 10 minutes and 2 laps away from the end. And Smith is still leading. He's got an 11-second lead over Colton Mitchell. Aaron Hemphill, hot take of the day, saying Colton Mitchell would not catch Jeremy Smith right now, proven to be quite true.
Oh, I thought I was going to light a fire under his ass to keep him going, but apparently he didn't want to listen to my enthusiasm and my encouragement to get him going, but yeah.
Come on, Colton Mitchell. Aaron's rooting for you.
I was secretly rooting for you, but I was just telling people that I wasn't rooting for you, but I was hoping you would prove me wrong, but it looks like you're proving me right.
Aaron likes to jump on the bandwagon for what it is, though. Colton Mitchell leading the points. He is jumping on the points-leading bandwagon. And the first race Aaron ever watched, jumped on the bandwagon and decided he liked the winner of the first ever race he watched. Josh Grant winning the Anaheim 2009 Supercross was the first Supercross Aaron ever watched. And he's like, you know what? I like that Grant guy. I'm going to pick him as my favorite rider for life.
And he still is.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
He is a good guy.
Good father, too.
Kind of hurt right now, though.
Yeah, I know, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He's also like 36.
Russ Chapman weaving his way through lap traffic right now.
Who are all the people? It's one person. Whoever you are. Person. Wow. My name's Aaron.
Who are all the people? Jonathan Hughes in 4th. Logan Leitzel still is in 5th. Moxie is trying to catch him. Our versus PC one to watch. Not really doing much in getting there, though. Sean Klein is now up to 7th, though, and he is trying desperately to run down. Jordan Moxie will go on board with the rookie.
Klein. I got a friend in school. His last name's Klein.
Cool story, bro.
I know. I'm good at them. I'm good at those 2-second stories.
I'm really interested that everyone's so keen on everything looking good this week, because honestly, I haven't changed anything from the last time I streamed.
It's because I'm here.
Yeah, but it just made it look that much better, I guess, huh?
I'm not a good-looking person, so...
I would agree that my computer, like, I think that the graphics don't look half bad, but I've always had this view, so maybe the stream's just better. I haven't changed a thing, though.
It could be anything going on right now, to be honest.
Tell you what is going on right now, though. Sean Klein is losing time to Jordan Moxie in front of him, so let's go ahead and take a look at Moxie right now as he throws dirty on what used to be the catapult. Now it's a 2-jump.
All I'm saying is you're safe on the dualies right now.
Damn, dude. Adam Holm throwing shade on me right now, saying my stream right now looks better than my YouTube videos.
Oh!
Damn, dude. Chemistry major throwing massive shade. I think I'm going to have to not watch him tonight in the 450 class because of that.
What? A chemistry major? What?
Well, his name is ATOM. Adam.
Oh.
Chemistry major.
Yeah. I'm not a chem major. I'm a bio major. I don't know. Yeah. I'm just being me.
Kinesiology. Oh. Jordan Moxie.
No, human bio. I'm messing with diseases.
I thought you were doing kinesiology.
Yeah, I was, and I found out it's a really hard thing to get into.
Connecting on the same page. As Moxie goes down, here comes Klein.
It's a hard field to get into now. But come on, Moxie!
Oh, Klein trying to throw it down the inside. Are we going to have a dualies right here? Negative, but there's almost contact. I think the finish line jump might be a prime spot for that, except Moxie's on the ground, and I'll show you that by going over here and showing you. There he is on the ground.
Off the track. Wait, is this the course of the catapult, or no?
Yeah, I just said the catapult, but unfortunately they've changed the track recently, so the catapult doesn't really exist anymore. It's kind of a tabletop to tabletop instead of one big jump.
Okay.
But it's still there. In fact, here comes Russ Chapman into what used to be the catapult. Now it's a short table into a steep table.
So it means the quality.
I'm just kidding with Adam. Literally, if he is running up front, obviously we'll be watching him in the 450 class. He just needs to actually run up front. Oh, burn!
Bruh.
Bah. Right now, this lead for this battle for the lead is starting to brew, though. 25 minutes into this moto, finally, Colton Mitchell's making some headway on Jeremy Smith. 3.5 seconds is the gap. So we'll see if Mitchell can actually run down Smith or not and just absolutely prove Aaron wrong. Make him look just like the non-expert in this game that he really is.
Well, I lit a fire under his ass, Kellen.
Yeah, you're right, you did.
Just commentate like the movie with the dodgeball.
Dodgeball?
Have you seen it?
That's a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see how that one pays off.
Imagine how that would go.
Yeah, I don't think the fans would be too thrilled. 217.7
No, they wouldn't, Cotton.
for Colton Mitchell as he lays down another burner. He's down in the 16s now as Smith is unable to dive under an 18.5. 220.9 last time by for Smith. This is really coming down here. We got 4 minutes and 2 laps to go, and a battle for the lead is set to go here at Millville. Lap rider getting out of the way. That is Tyler Fry on the 127 Volca machine. I'm not gonna correct the audience. Oh, Smith down, or yes, he did. He went down with a lapped rider. Jeremy Smith down. Someone on a Husqvarna. Not sure who that was, but Colton Mitchell into the lead.
See a little fire in his ass, people. I helped him out there. You can thank me for that.
Look at how wrong you are, Aaron. So wrong. Just terribly wrong. Colton Mitchell now leading this thing. Jeremy Smith going to try to give chase, so he's actually not too far behind him. He was able to regroup from that crash very quickly. All right, we are approaching 27 minutes. That is 3 minutes plus 2 laps to go in this moto. Oh, man, oh, man.
About another 3-4 laps? I'm trying to forget the math in my head right now.
That's quick math, but you're probably about right. I think 4 laps would probably be closer.
Yeah. Hey, I can do math good.
We'll see if they get to the line before 28. Well, really, they need to get to the line before 27:30 to have a legit shot.
Because they're running about 2:18.
Yeah, you're right. I think it's gonna be 3 laps to go.
See, I can do math good. I just can't do words good.
Calm down, Rooster Teeth.
Yeah. I swear I can't.
How do you words good?
Yeah, basically that's me.
All right, Mitchell is not going to get there before the 28-minute mark, so unless he's able to run a 159 randomly while he's been running 216s the whole moto, I think we've got 3 laps to go. Certainly did get close to the 28-minute mark. 27:56, 57, 58, 59, crosses at 28:01, so he'd really need to run a 159 right now to make sure that it's 4 laps to go. Not gonna happen.
I don't think he wants to run 4 laps. Oh, here comes what's his name? Jeremy Smith.
Yeah, that guy. Jeremy Smith is on the prowl still.
I didn't realize you switched to him, so I was looking for his name.
Had a crash there in the middle of the hoops and is still right on him. Jeremy Smith wants to win this moto. He wants to make sure that these youngins know he means business.
I wondered how the name hoops came about.
You know, I honestly didn't really think about it that much. I'd imagine that it's probably something along the lines of
like,
they put No, they probably put a bunch of bumps together, and it was a section where there was a lot of crashes, so they said, "Whoops, we didn't mean to make that section," or something like that.
Yeah, that could be. Or just someone's going whoops, whoops, whoops the whole time.
Oh, Smith goes down. Oh no. I can tell you that we call rollers, which the Millville sand rollers right here, Russ Chapman doing a great job demonstrating what those are. In America, we call them rollers. In Europe, for the most part, they call them waves.
Huh. Wave sounds a lot more fancy.
Fancy. Well, Europe does like to... Oh, Colton Mitchell is off the track. This is a very precarious position. There goes Jeremy Smith back into the lead. And we have got the 2-lap board coming out next time by. This is going to be interesting. Colton Mitchell versus Jeremy Smith. Can the current points leader of the series try to run down the former champion of the series? It's been 4 years, the number on his bike, since Jeremy Smith has won a championship in this game. That does not mean he is still not one of the best players this game has ever seen, ranked 4th best, ironically enough, all time in a poll that we ran, the best MX Simulator players of all time recently.
In all caps, Kellen too smart.
Too smart. Can't handle it. All right.
More refined. The Chatapult is back.
Chatapult's back this year, it seems. Jeremy Smith, though, coming down to the line. 2 laps to go, and he is back out front. Can Colton Mitchell run him down? All right, Aaron, hot take. 2 laps to go. Does Colton Mitchell get him now?
I don't even know yet.
Of course you don't know. It hasn't happened. I'm just asking. Opinions?
Opinions? If with Smith gets hit by a lap roll, Smith gets hung up in lap riders, Mitchell might be able to get him. And if Mitchell keeps his head straight and not panic, he can get him.
That's not really much of a hot take, because that's pretty much exactly what probably is going to happen is Smith goes tumbling into the rollers.
Way to go, Smith.
Goes down all by himself, and Mitchell goes back to the front.
Yes or no?
Look at you, Aaron. You got a new nickname out of the stream. American Aaron.
Better than the British Aaron.
Better than the British Aaron. It almost sounds like American Airlines. American Airlines.
Oh, God.
Yes, American Airlines.
Well, hope, what's his name? Nate.
This race is not over, folks. Colton Mitchell is now leading this thing. Russ Chapman is in second, though, only about 5 seconds behind Colton Mitchell. It's not over till the fat lady sings, my friends. And there
Are you talking
is
about me being average or the British Aaron being average? I am American.
Average.
Yeah. I'm like your average Joe. But I don't go to the gym, nor do I own one.
Aaron is American enough that he was telling me before we started streaming tonight about a story of him playing musical chairs while holding a beer in his hand, and at least he didn't spill the beer, but he was...
I shoved a girl all the way to get the chair.
But he did not get the chair.
I got the chair.
Okay, he got the chair.
But didn't spill the beer.
But he did not spill the beer. So that's the point. Meanwhile, Colton Mitchell is not that far in front of Russ Chapman. This is getting interesting. 2.5. Russ Chapman is making this thing very interesting. Colton Mitchell maybe doesn't know what's about to hit him. We're coming to the white flag. And you can see the race leader in front of you. Russ Chapman is trying to win this thing. He runs a 2:18.6, almost matches his best lap of the moto. .6, look at Chapman go, a 2:22 flat last time by for Mitchell. Oh man, Chapman absolutely railing. He's got to get around this lap rider. I believe is that Tyler Fry again? Oh my gosh, Chapman's sending it into the rollers. He's absolutely going for it right now.
They're staying into the waves.
Now you're going British Aaron on us.
I can go either or.
Looks like Mitchell is trying to pick up the pace, but Chapman is going for it. And we know that Chapman is going to send it.
Well, look at his first name. It says Rush. He's rushing it right now.
He is rushing, that's for sure. Well, he's not really rushing, but he is rushing.
Yeah. Sorry, I got the G out.
Oh, he's cross-jumping onto the back of Jeremy Kohenauer. And Kohenauer is freaking right next to him as Chapman lands and goes up the hill. And blocks off Kohenauer. He is trying so hard. You can hear that bike just absolutely well, you can't hear it, but I can hear that bike revving out to the moon right now. And he's almost off the track, but he saves it.
Don't have the headphones on yet, people. Will be put on soon.
Going back up the hill, it is out to almost 3 seconds, but you can still see Mitchell just in front of him. Now back down to 2.5. On board with Russ Chapman. Mitchell, the one on the left side, coming down the hill in front of him. There's 2 lappers in the way. Mitchell's gotten around the 2 lappers. Those 2 lappers might get in the way of Chapman. No, they do not. He's able to make it by them just fine. Still not close enough to do anything yet, though.
I think Mitchell has a section. He's good out back here.
Oh, Chapman almost through the front door, almost goes over the bars. Meanwhile, Colton Mitchell up the hill one final time.
That phone fell.
Jesus Christ, scared the bejesus out of me as Mitchell comes down the hill, and your points leader on the number 10 Prime Designs Honda takes the moto win. Colton Mitchell wins here at Millville, moto number 1 of the 250 class. Chapman comes across in second. Jeremy Smith is going to fall back to third after leading almost the entire moto.
The reason why they know it's hard is because of porn.
Jonathan Hughes looks like he's got fourth all but wrapped up here. He's way ahead of Sean Klein, so Klein will get fifth but lose more points in the championship. How about Leitzel though? Best moto finish of his career right now is going on. 6th place, and he's guaranteed a top 10. His 11th is already finished. Tyler Lewis.
It's the end of Moto 1.
End of Moto 1 indeed.
Checker wants to know.
Well, he's about to come into the chat, I assume, but we're going to send it to commercial break right after this moto finishes up. Our versus PC one to watch this moto, Jordan Moxie, is not done yet with Tyler Lewis.
What place is Moxie in?
Moxie looks like he's in the 7th spot, I think. Oh, he's down. Big crash.
You spoke too soon.
He is not going to lose a... Oh, he did actually... No, he didn't. He did not lose a spot to Tyler Lewis. Lewis was already ahead of him, so Lewis actually comes across in 7th. My bad. Moxie was 8th.
Yeah, still running top 10.
So Aaron, first time ever picking the versus PC one to watch, and he picks a winner, I believe. 8th place for Moxie. 9th place for Zars right now. He's going to hold that one down. Devin Ryan, the last guy in the lead lap. Kohenauer was 11th. Rogers 12th. Schuler 13th. Silic 14th, Gebhardt 15th, Morris 16th, Brock Pearson 17th, Dakota Fretch 18th, Harry White 19th, and Tyler Fry 20th. Kevin Gonzalez was 21st, and he only just missed points. We're going to wait for cuts to come in and see if that is a factor anywhere. Zars is down before the finish line, but Devin Ryan will not get there. So Zars will cross the line in 9th, and we will wait for Devin Ryan, who might be the last guy to finish. Now he's got one person behind him, and then cuts might come in. So Devin Ryan comes over the line. He is going to finish 10th. Let's go from 20th back and see if cuts factor in anywhere. Let's see. Nope, nothing changed. Colt Mitchell still wins Moto 1. Russ Chapman 2nd, Jeremy Smith 3rd. We're going to send it to commercial break real quick. We'll be right back on the other side of this with more Ride365.com Nationals powered by Versus PC. RaceFactoryGaming.com would like to thank the following sponsors for their continued support. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ride365.com Nationals powered by Versus PC from Millville in Minnesota. My name is Kellen Brauer, joined in studio by Aaron Hemphill, and the one and only Chris Riesenberg is joining us. What's up tonight, Chris?
What's up? What's up? We're not at Millville. We're at Thrillville.
I like that. That's a good name for it. But the Spring Creek National, Moto 1 in the books already for the 250 class. And since you're here, Chris, and I know that you're so kind and such a nice guy, I know that you're going to do a good job picking the Versus PC one to watch here for Moto 2.
I already got it. I just happened to be sitting on him. I was scrolling through the field.
Oh.
And let's pick out Team Volcom rider Tyler Fry. I believe he's been riding 450s, right? Like, this is a switch for him to be in the 250 class? Or am I just crazy losing my mind and he's been on the 250 all year?
That's a good question. I don't know about Fry.
I'm going to look that up.
Well,
I am crazy. That's without a doubt. I build sim tracks, bro. But we're going to go with Tyler Fry regardless, and I will do a little research right meow while we're getting ready to drop the gate.
All right, well,
the headphones keep beeping.
Pick Jeremy Smith in the first moto. And I think he's going to get a good start here in the second moto, so I'm going to watch him here on the start. Another 30 minutes plus 2 laps set to go in the 250 class.
Yes, Tyler Fry has been in the 450 class through round 6. Round 7, he dropped into the 250 division, and now we're seeing him here again in round number 8. So we'll keep an eye on T. Fry, see how the move down to the 250 is working out for him.
All right, T. Fry versus PC, one to watch in this one. And we're going to go racing here in just a second. Still waiting on someone to load in. That is 194 like Brock Pearson, yeah.
Hopefully he does not time out. Bummer.
Yeah, that would be a major bummer if he did.
How much were the results mixed up in Moto 1? A lot less time on the track, of course.
It seemed to help Jeremy Smith, who finished third in that first one. And I know he hasn't had a ton of time to play the tracks otherwise, so... like I said, it seemed like it helped him the most. But other than that, I felt like it was pretty well spread out, I guess. Like, not really anything crazy going on or anything like that.
Lightsell had a good race, right?
Lightsell, yeah, he finished 6th in that first moto, so he did a pretty good job.
I feel like he was one of the guys that was actually a little bit upset that the track was... coming late too. Maybe it's actually benefiting.
Yeah. All right, we are still waiting on
Mr. Brock Pearson. Hopefully he magically loads in before he times out, but I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately.
Yeah, so it looks like we may have to get a restart going on this one. Pearson, unfortunately, having some sort of connection issue.
The guys are singing All-Star.
Are they really?
Wow, looking at the yellow stakes, they're really straight.
Oh, Brock Pearson disconnected.
And reconnected.
Is this going to be red flag or... All right. Chris saying give him the restart in chat. It looks like
I'm not the official run in the event.
It's going unofficially right now. We are underway in Moto 2, so Jeremy Smith gets the whole shot again. He's been getting killer starts all night long.
Kahooner with a good start up there in the mix, and Chapman.
This is pretty much, I think, the same 3 we saw the first time around. Maybe Brock Pearson substitute for Kohenauer.
Jonathan Hughes sending it into the sand rollers right in traffic. Almost gets into the back of Rush Chapman.
This is about to go almost 3 wide as Chapman's down the inside of Kohenauer. Hughes is trying to get to the inside of both of them down into the sand. Sweeping corner there. Stillick is right behind them on the 428. It's already kind of spreading out. I'm not seeing any display of red flag in chat, so I'd assume...
Yeah, I just said in chat, it's too late at this point. If he didn't do it going down the start straight, it's pretty much too late. Like, these guys are off in racing, unfortunately. Technical difficulties are considered bike issues.
Yeah, Hughes going down. So he's going to drop from 4th back to, oh, man, at least outside the top 10. Look at all these guys going by.
Early on, that VPC one to watch. Tyler Fry up in 5th and going into 4th and maybe 3rd going up the hill as we lost Thomas Silic down up into the big uphill triples. Fry has a run on Cohenauer.
Yeah, Fry sending it side by side up the hill. And he's got the inside line, which is going to be the advantage at the top as everybody's funneling into this inside line right here. And Fry does get that spot at the bottom of the hill, although Cohenauer fighting back, still not done. Fry on the 127, though, does block that line out, and he is up into 3rd. We saw him getting lapped a few times in that first moto. They got a rider down. Is that Chapman? Just getting going, and it's going to be 3 wide as Cohenauer gets a 2 for 1 and goes into 2nd.
Oh, Klein in the 151 and David Wright cartwheeled in the background there. And they're causing all kinds of trouble for the rest of the field trying to come through.
Oh, Chapman trying to stick it down the inside of Cohenauer and aggressive early on. How did Cohenauer stay on 2 wheels? I will never know. Gets stood up, no front end lock. And keeps it on 2 wheels as they go over the finish line for the first time. Smith is leading this thing. A shout out while I can to Brett Powers right now, running inside of the top 10 to complete the first lap. Donut MX fans rejoice. Their man is inside of the top 10 right now.
Be right back.
Chris stepping away for a moment as Chapman did get around Cohenauer, very aggressively so, but he has the spot.
I'm guessing Chris is compete.
What did you think of that move, Aaron?
Dirty.
Dirty, he says.
Look, rubbing is racing, but that wasn't rubbing whatsoever.
Muchacho sucio. Dirty boy. Russ Chapman making some serious passes. So Smith leads. Chapman 2nd, Cohenauer 3rd. Hughes now up in 4th after crashing early on, so he's made some good progress. Tyler Fry is in 5th, Rogers 6th. Brett Powers, look at that man. Donut MX running 7th. Silic trying to get down the inside though, and looks like he will get that spot. Although it's going to be side by side going up the hill. We got Dooley's. Donut MX style. Didn't get as sideways as Silic, who got absolutely backwards. But I got to take a shot for that, and I already have it poured, so cheers, my good lads.
I'm not sure if you're behind a shot or you're keeping up.
Woohoo! Oh, that was a lot.
God, I can smell that. Holy crap.
Oh, Brett Powers.
It smells like vodka.
Got back around. Oh, Silic, who went down.
You may want to mix the bottle up. Unless it's too late and all the vodka is like settled.
Man, that was strong.
You better off just drinking the whole bottle right now.
There's no tomorrow. Brett Powers, though, under attack from Brandon Hedge.
For you, there is tomorrow. It's called work.
Hedge, Moxie, Tyler Lewis, Gebhardt, Sean Klein up here, Adrian Wilson, Logan Leitzel. Not a bad start this time. And Silic gets going behind all these guys. Look at all these guys. Look at this train, Aaron.
I know, it's a train. But no whip train. Everyone wants to see a whip train.
Real question is who's riding caboose, because right now all these guys are in business class.
It's a good while to figure out what you read caboose and I realized train.
Oh, someone going down right there.
That's what's his name that won the first thing we watched.
Okay, so whatever Aaron just said, Lewis, Brett Powers. Look at Powers, man, running in a good spot right now.
Is his dad named Austin? Sorry.
No, you had to. You had to go there.
I had to, sorry.
How about Leitzel around the outside trying to get down the inside of Gebhardt? They are all over Brett Powers right now, though, who probably feels like a deer in the headlights. He is not too familiar with a position like this, running up inside of the top 10 at a pro national. Got a good start, but getting passed by Leitzel, who finished 6th in the first moto.
I'll make you take a lot of shots tonight, Kellen.
Yeah, Dennis Fjoberg, rider out of Norway, has some serious steez balls on the number 3 machine. You'll see him later on tonight, Aaron. He likes to throw it backwards. As long as he has a partner to throw dirty with, we got dualies for shots on tap tonight.
And sorry, I ain't drinking with him, so he'll be drinking all by himself.
Yeah, I'll be having fun, folks. Don't worry about it.
Plus, I don't like vodka.
Meanwhile, Brett Powers under attack from the other championship combatant. Sean Klein down. Somehow Power is able to ride out of it, cross-jumping each other right there. Kind of incidental contact. Mahan down the inside of Powers gets him for position, though.
Oh, you got the hiccup.
Shut up. Back up front, Jeremy Smith is still leading this thing. And Aaron, no sign of Colton Mitchell, your Moto 1 winner yet. Where the hell is he? 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th place for Moto 1 winner Colton Mitchell, who's not even close to where Jeremy Smith is on the track. Almost already a half a lap ahead, as Chris Riesenberg sounds like he is rejoining us right now.
I just came back to a wicked battle for the 5th spot, and about 5 guys are all dicing out going into the finish line. Holy cow.
Yeah, we got Fry, Lewis, Hughes right there. Gebhardt just went down before the finish, so he's kind of dropped out of it, but Leitzel's also in the mix too.
Looks like Lewis has reeled in Tyler Fry, and they're all trying to find a way around him, looking for an opening.
Yeah, Hughes has gone forwards, forwards, and now he's went backwards and then forwards again in this moto as he's trying to get down the inside of Lewis, who's cutting the track.
I think he made a mistake the way that he stopped and checked back up. So.
Yeah, got out of shape, but did let Lewis by, it seems like, kind of got on the track safely.
Yeah, he let Hughes go back in, and then, Lewis with a swap and is down. So that battle, as we get to it, actually broke up quite a bit, and Fry has some running room. He had 5 guys all over his back wheel a minute ago, and now he is racing forward.
So Fry's looking good. A versus PC one to watch this moto. He's going to try to catch Kohenauer, Rogers, Chapman, and Smith still leading this thing. So battle's broken up a little bit, but we'll take a look at Fry as he goes after Kohenauer here for just a second.
Just about commentators cursed Mr. Brett Powers, was up inside the top 10, made a mistake, and drops to the 15 spot.
The Donut MX fans around the world disappointed, although I'm sure they're watching him race right now. I think he live streams these events.
Donuts do sound good right now.
Donuts are always good.
I had 2 this morning.
Hughes and Gebhardt going up Mount Martin, battling it out for the number 6 ride. The 134 has it. Gebhardt trying to recover from that crash. He had about half a lap ago. He's sending it down the braking bumps, trying to get a run up the inside of Hughes.
Couldn't quite get there, but
Hughes with the mistake.
Out of shape. Gebhardt's going to throw it in. We know that. Look at down the inside, able to make it stick. Now trying to swap back around the outside and inside one more time. Throws it in. Contact. Hughes goes down. Gebhardt gets the spot.
Yeah, absolutely. Gebhardt, one of those guys, you leave him an inch of space, he's going to take it. That's what he did right there.
Ooh, there was a big crash down the hill between Tanner Rogers. Yeah, and Kohenauer getting together. Rogers going to lose the spot to Fry, and he is not moving yet. He is typing in chat, I assume. Let's see what Tanner Rogers had to say about that. He said nothing. He was just waiting. Oh, no, wait. No, he said nothing.
Wait, he just stopped again, kind of on the finish landing.
Maybe he got so mad he threw his controller across the room and it disconnected.
Tanner has been known to get upset, but I also feel like he doesn't take these races nearly as seriously anymore. As he's going to be, speaking of taking things seriously, Walter Gebhardt seriously missed that tabletop.
Yes,
and he's
he
one of the
did.
guys that definitely gets salty.
Dude, I'll tell you what,
that was a nice group right here.
That was a great low line by Gebhardt, as I think I just saw Tyler Fry off the track in the background there. I could be wrong.
You are correct. He has dropped all the way back to the 9 ride into this battle. Ryan Mahan bringing up the tail end of it. Well, sort of. There's not much gap all the way back. Up to the 5 spot. Gebhardt. Wow.
Man, this train
a lot of
is
riders.
Absolutely ridiculous. Fry's getting back into the mix with Moxie right there in the 37 of Mahan, like you mentioned.
Oh, dualies for
Jeez,
days.
you see Moxie just upside
Moxie
down.
upside down as well.
absolutely have to
Dualies
take a shot
again
for
with
that.
Rogers and Lewis.
I'm going to keep that to one shot, or else I'm going to be absolutely plastered and out of vodka by the 450 motos at this point.
You could have told me to go buy some alcohol on the way over.
You
here.
better be ready to do another shot because they're about to go up over this triple, and I think they're going to get sideways again.
Moxie
Nope.
did. Everyone else kind of straight airing it, though.
Oh, Rogers cases it, and Mahan goes by. And here comes Colton Mitchell. Kellen's feeling the pain right now.
Yeah, a little bit.
He just grabbed his tongue and like yanked on it.
Down
Oh,
Mount Martin, there's a
Fry.
bike flipping. That is Tyler Fry. The thing's going from bad to worse for the Volcom versus PC. One to watch in this moto.
How about your points leader, Colton Mitchell, just kind of sneaking into this battle, too?
2:18 on the hot lap for him. Not quite as fast as our top two's fast laps, but pretty close. Rogers, I think, pulled out of the way to let him go right there.
Yeah, that was maybe just kind of him thinking he had nothing for Mitchell and didn't want to cause a crash between the two of them.
Yeah, they get along pretty well as far as I know. Former teammates at one point during Supercross before Mitchell headed over to the Prime Design Graphics team.
Right.
And a couple of guys that are known to go fast is they're passing Jonathan Hughes up, who's down at the bottom of the hill. Mitchell dualies with Ryan Mahan. Not sure if you caught that.
Yeah, I saw that, but
Oh,
I thought he was gonna save that. Goes down though, and there goes 2-3 spots around Leitzel going through. There's Klein, who's his title combatant, going by. Klein now inside of the top 10. Mitchell's got to go back to work.
Our leader actually just got up from a crash and then not able to clear the uphill triple, but he does have a 26-second gap. Waiting for time he gets to update. I'm sure that's going to shrink down a good bit.
Yeah, and Smith currently
Maybe
looking
not.
at the overall.
Oh, Chapman's down.
Smith would take the overall with a 3-1 to Chapman's 2-2 right now. Cohenauer's down too. We got 3 riders inside of the top 3 having fall-off crashes within succession here. And here comes Gebhardt now.
Gebhardt getting saucy.
Well, he's getting saucy, but how long before the salt comes out?
Yeah, that's like a necessity in his sauce.
Got to make it a little bit pepped up, add some flavor, make sure that the sauce is preserved nicely. Always add a little salt when it comes to Walter Gebhardt.
I was gonna say add salt to food, but
Well, he adds a lot of it.
he's a salty bitch.
Gebhardt versus Cohenauer is about to be, well, as the kids like to say, lit.
But we ain't kids.
No, not really.
Lit like Tupac's blunt.
Pretty much.
Not Chris.
Lit
that's
like
too
a church
soon.
candle.
That's too soon, Chris.
What's that?
That's too soon. You can't make a comment about Tupac
Too
like
soon,
that.
he's not
Too
even
soon.
dead.
He's not even dead. Oh, Gebhardt
Gebhardt.
down the inside.
Oh man, I'm gonna start calling Salty Walty the grandma the way he threads the needle.
The threads of needle. I like it.
He's made a nice charge through the field up into the 3 ride. Walter Gebhardt on a charge, looking more like that rider we saw at the beginning of the season. He's kind of fallen off that in the recent weeks, but
Yeah.
he might have a shot at second as Chapman is down. He's down at the beginning of the sand rollers,
He's going
which means he's going to
backwards.
lose a lot of time.
Yeah. Gonna take him a while to actually get going through the rollers, of course.
Kellen's got
about
the
it.
hiccups.
Talked about it in our moto option keys to the moto, how these sand rollers are going to play a factor. I mean, our race tech keys to the... I don't know, folks. I've had drinks already.
He's a bit drunk.
The stream has just went to crap. K2B has officially arrived to the booth.
K2B arrived to the booth when I started. I was already 2 beers deep. Now I got vodka in me.
Kids, this is why you don't mix drinks.
Exactly.
Liquor before beer, you're in the clear. Beer before liquor, never sicker. Remember that rhyme.
My life motto.
All the 12-year-olds in chat are like, what?
Here, let me write that down and get a notepad out. I'll be good in 9 years.
So the gap from second to third down to 9 seconds. Gebhardt definitely on a charge right now. Looking saucy, going up the Mount Martin. Cohenauer giving chase, putting in a nice ride. Battle is on for the number 5 spot. Mahan and Moxie about to head up the mountain.
Oh yeah, Moxie trying to get into the top 5, which he could not do in the
And
first
there he
moto.
goes.
Yeah, Mahan, big mistake, and he's gonna lose a spot to Rogers. And here comes Klein around the right side, and Mahan's gonna hold that spot going to the inside of the top of the hill. Although Klein's gonna send it. Oh, crossover.
Klein been working the outside down this hill. A lot of other guys favoring the inside. Carrying a lot of speed into the middle rut. He's gonna have the inside here on Mahan.
He's gonna take
Makes
it too, down the inside.
Oh,
Crosses over
bounces
contact.
out of the rut.
Oh, and he's down too. And Mahan having trouble getting going. Looks like he still had front end lock issues there for a moment.
Yeah, so Lightso comes through. Up into the 7 spot. Mahan back going in 8th. Klein 9th. Tyler Lewis right now rounding out the top 10. And we're past the halfway point. Wait, what happens at the halfway point, Kellen?
Ooh, Mahan just T-bone Lightsoul. I think it's time for a, let's do a ride365.com top 10 rundown.
Leading the field by a mile and 40 seconds is Jeremy Smith, Team TBR on the number 4. All the way half a lap behind on the number 13, Rush Chapman runs in the number 2 spot. Gebhardt's down to 5 seconds on him. This battle for second is about to be on, as Gebhardt is railing right now. Salty Walty on the move. Back in the number 4 spot we find Jeremy Kahuner on the number 42. Jordan Moxie settles into the 5th spot, riding for Arch Tech on the number 57. He's about to blow up a sand berm here at Spring Creek, right along the creek. Sean Klein finds himself up in the 6th spot, riding for Evergood on the number 74, and I guess he's in front of Mitchell. That's good news for the championship. Then we find Tyler Lewis battling it out with Tanner Rogers for the 7 and 8 spot. Lewis Relax Attire. Tanner Rogers versus PC Fam X Rider. They are battling, so I'm going to actually stay with this for a second. The last 2 in the top 10, there is Colton Mitchell and just made the move on Logan Lightsoul. Those are your top 10 riders, but the battle is on right now for the 7 and 8 spot. And before long, I think they're going to have company from Colton Mitchell. That's been your top 10 rundown, brought to you by Ride365.com.
Man, this train is kind of grouped together here. That is Seabolt and Lightsoul going side by side down the hill. They are right behind Mitchell. Like you mentioned, though, in that top 10 rundown, Chris, good news for Klein is that he is ahead of Mitchell. However, Klein did only manage to, I believe, finish in 6th in the first moto, while Mitchell was your winner in that first moto. So really no points gained on the day so far for Klein. He's got to make some more steps towards the front at this point.
Yeah, and these are the motos when Mitchell is buried in the field that Klein needs to be out winning them to really chip away the points. I mean, he doesn't have time to wait around and gain a couple here and a couple there. He needs to take chunks away.
Right. Well, we'll see how he can do, whether or not he can make a better charge through the field, which he really could not do in the first moto. He kind of got stuck.
Oh, battle for 3rd is on now.
Yeah.
So just when we thought Salty Walty might have a shot to run down Rush Chapman, he's fallen. No, I guess he hasn't fallen off. He just hasn't gained on him, but Cohenauer's run down Gebhardt.
He's just gonna stay.
Yeah.
Nice and easy.
Cohenauer going after Mr. Salty Walty here.
I think Cohenauer's got to run. He's going to catch him here at the end of the sand rollers.
Oh, it's close. On board with Cohenauer now.
Cohenauer carried a lot of speed through that turn.
Man, look at the drive Chapman was able to get out of the inside.
Oh, Cohenauer just gave up a lot, lost a lot of momentum going outside to inside. Oh, Salty Walty upside down.
That tabletop has been killer all night long. These guys just getting so gnarly on it.
Sure, we'll be seeing that.
Oh, Cohenauer goes, wow, almost down.
Bar dragging down the hill.
I thought he would scrub some of those braking bumps. Didn't work out to his advantage, though. Actually lost a little time on Gebhardt.
Aaron was talking about surfing, so he's like, oh, you know what? I'm just going to drag my hand a little bit here.
Moxie, Lewis. Oh, Rogers getting passed by Klein, so Klein making some progress right there. Although he has actually gone backwards since we last saw him.
You know, he's going backwards as Mitchell. He's out of the top 10, just laid the bike over again. And about to lose another spot as he's running in 11th right now. Not a good Moto 2 right now.
Oh, okay.
Whoa, Mitchell and Mahan just getting into a slam fest. Mitchell just rode over the rut just to take Mahan out. They're laying at the top of Mount Martin.
Uh-oh.
Mitchell's losing all kinds of spots and points, and now Mahan's waiting for him, not happy as they're... This is something to watch going down Mount Martin right now.
Mitchell's going to try to throw it down in
Wheelie
here and
away,
make sure he
but
gets away, yeah. But he's kind of
Mahan
stuck because
not
he's
happy.
behind Silic here. He's got other riders, and now he
Oh.
makes another mistake. Mahan's going to come down the inside right here, I'm sure of it. Oh,
And Mahan
not
has
quite.
nothing to lose while Mitchell has a championship to lose.
Yeah.
That was as intentional of a takeout as they get. Mahan made an aggressive pass at the top of the hill, similar to what we've seen from Gebhardt earlier, where he just threaded the needle around the inside.
And
Mitchell didn't like it.
Yeah, Mitchell cannot get around Silic yet. He's trying, but he's getting stuck. And Mahan is
Mahan's
right there.
just waiting for the opportunity for the door to be open, I think, and he's going to go plowing through it.
Oh, they both
They're
get
going
by.
around Silic.
Next up would be Edward Mora ahead of them. But I think Mahan's going to have something to say about this before we get there. Oh, he's really pushing.
Mitchell does have the speed to wheelie away, but Mahan not a slouch by any means, especially if he's motivated and focused in.
Yeah, Mahan, a couple years ago, was one of the best riders in the game as he sends it down the inside. Behind that, Silic went off the track. Mahan, you're
People
20...
just getting going in front of these guys. He actually falls
Oh!
behind, and then Mahan goes down.
I was about to say, Mahan, your 2014 Monster, or I'm sorry, MX Simulator Cup champion. Won, what was that, roughly $107 in prizes that night, Chris?
Oh, sure. I don't know. I didn't run the event, so I have no idea. And I certainly wasn't planning on winning it. So.
Colton Mitchell was able to kind of get away, though. He got around Jeremy Siebold. Now he's got Edward Moore in his sights. But one more fall-off crash, and then he's right into the clutches of Mahan again there. And making enemies while you're going for a championship is probably the last thing you want to do if you're Colton Mitchell.
Well, clearly it wasn't something he was worried about because he jumped over a rut just to plow him. I mean, I'm assuming he didn't expect a barbecue invitation after that.
No, probably not.
But he did bring the T-bone.
Oh. Great, Chris. Now you're making me hungry.
Feeling extra punny tonight.
I like it. I want more. Tyler Lewis versus Sean Klein is a good battle on the track
What Kellen
right
wants
now.
more is more dualies.
Dualies! Klein going after Lewis, trying to get another position, all important in this championship battle. Lewis sending it, though. Coming down to the wire in this thing, Lewis getting a little squirrely. We got 25 minutes into this 250 moto. Don't forget, after this one, we got the 450 motos coming up. Right after the 250 motos end, we're going to get a 450 UID grab, 450 consolation race, if there is one, and then the 450 motos started here from Millville. And we're not terribly far off schedule, maybe 5 to 6 minutes behind schedule tonight.
Well, we're more on schedule than the track release was, that's for sure.
Oh, Chris roasting himself because he made the track. This battle is insane, though. Lewis and Klein going at it. Dualies and big ones, too, as they head up the hill.
Take a shot, Mitch.
I will take a shot, but I got to watch this battle first.
I should have got the scorecard here. How many shots you taken?
This is probably 5, 6, maybe?
I think it's 6. This will be 6.
Who's counting?
He is, it seems like.
If you're counting, then it's not enough.
Well, that's because I ain't drinking with him tonight, so I ain't gonna...
Yeah, he gets to sit here and watch all the fun.
Yeah. You're running out.
I know, I'm trying to take less and less with each shot so that I can conserve.
I can always run down the store and buy some more.
Vaughn's is down the street.
I'll go after this race.
The battle right now for second, third, and fourth is on going through lappers. It's been shaken up a little bit. Salty Walty Gephardt into the 2 spot. Chapman third, and Kohenauer and Moxie actually tangled up at the top of the hill. They were all going for that number 2 spot and swapping in and out of it.
Gephardt now occupies that spot. Oh man, Aaron, if you get vodka, I think I'm gonna
Pretty
die
soon, Kellen is going to be occupying his bedroom floor.
Or the toilet.
Damn, dude, that's strong. What's the content of this shit?
Vodka, that was the content of it.
35%. I'm weak.
Oh, I'm gonna get you some Sailor Jerry then, fool. Let's see how you handle rum.
Yeah, but rum isn't 35%.
Sailor Jerry's 45.
Well, I don't want Sailor Jerry.
That's the stuff I woke up in the toilet and don't remember what happened.
I can't even feel my face.
Boys, this stream has officially gone off rails.
And
we still have an hour and a half of 450 streaming to go.
Oh boy.
Chris, it would be worse if I was drinking.
It probably
I'm
would
just shocked that I'm the one that's not out of control, to be honest with you.
Well, how about you start drinking then?
I think that
I don't
ship's
drink.
That's a giant lie. That is a bold-faced
Gephardt
lie.
just went off the track and lost the number 2 spot just to change the subject. I'm a very responsible adult.
Keeping all my
responsible
friends
if you put an IR before it.
Yeah, exactly. Keeping all my friends up until 8 a.m. in Vegas that one year. I'm like, bro, I gotta go to the racetrack, and you're like, bro, we're going hard in the paint until 8 o'clock a.m.
I had to go to the racetrack and work too there, bud.
Yeah, but it's a little different because you're the high five and handshake guy. I'm the one who's actually got to write a serious article. I can't be pissed drunk like you are.
Someone's asking for more slurred
Oh,
words.
Gephardt down again.
That would come from me, the non-drunk person.
See, someone said no Sailor Jerry in chat, Aaron. You're trying to make me too drunk.
Big smooth one. You. No, we're not friends anymore.
Now would actually be a good time for Kellen to switch to beer.
I do have beer. That's probably a good point.
Take shots of beer.
Oh, check out number 2 spot. Moxie about to take over Chapman, who just got up from a fall.
Yeah, but Chapman's going to cross underneath. Oh, I thought he was going to just lay him out.
Moxie saw it coming and just gave him the spot for time being.
I don't know about giving
Chapman.
anybody the spot. Oh, man.
Well, I think he thought he was going to get T-boned because Chapman was
Yeah.
looking like he was coming in hot. And then Chapman did hit the brakes and actually backed out of doing it. But
Yeah.
Moxie wasn't going to risk it and said, okay, you can take it for now, and then I'll just get you later.
Yeah, I
Didn't
think
end up losing
Moxie.
it.
I think Moxie was trying to get him right back there after, or before the finish, I should say. But Chapman able to close the door there.
I don't even... Oh, wow. Kohenauer and Gephardt dicing it right behind these guys as well.
This is a
Riders
really
down.
Ooh, yeah, lappers. This is a really good moto for Gephardt, or I'm sorry, Kohenauer. Kohenauer is kind of impressing me though. He's been kind of like a solid top 10 guy all year, if I'm
What
not
the
mistaken,
heck?
Chris. But
Sorry to interrupt you, but Chapman actually was down in the rollers. Gephardt could have went by, and instead he hit the brakes to let him go. And now Kohenauer is going to go by him.
yeah,
That was
Gephardt's
really
fighting
weird.
back, though.
Gephardt just checked the brakes. Like, I'm not going in front of you, Rush.
I think Gephardt and Rush are colluding a little bit here. Because Kohenauer was about to make the pass on Gephardt, and I think Gephardt upped the intensity just a little bit to make sure that didn't happen. We are 30 minutes into this moto, though, which means our race leader who just crossed the line is got the 2-lap board right now.
We haven't even talked about it because he's 73 seconds out front.
Man, Jeremy Smith laying waste to the field right
Going
now.
into 69.
Give Jeremy Smith a pretty rough track and not a lot of time on it for anyone, and all of a sudden, this happens. And a good start, I guess, to go with that.
Yeah, good point. Championship battles right now as we see it. Klein is in 6th. Mitchell
Whoa.
9th as Gebhardt gets hung up behind Chapman.
Chapman brake checked him. Full on brake checked him. Pretty sure.
I'm
pretty sure I saw that.
I'll tell you what, I hope he did.
Oh, now Chapman's down and off the bike.
Well,
That's going to give a spot to Klein.
Yeah,
Good for his championship.
Was that not
Chase?
Gebhardt that went down? Right?
Yeah, that was good.
Yes, Gebhardt was down. He got into the bail and.
You said
off the
Chapman.
bike.
I was confused.
You're hearing things, actually.
Did I not
Now
hear
I'm
Chapman?
confused.
Did you hear Chapman?
Yeah.
Now Kellen's hearing things.
Kellen's at the point where he doesn't remember things.
He's going to be doing beer shots during the 450s.
I'm almost out of vodka, and I started with what was this, like a third filled?
Yeah, about a third. And it's how many ounces?
I remember my first time partying too.
750 milliliters. How's that in ounces?
That's less than 32 ounces. That's like 25.
Well, it is a skinny bottle.
Wait. A little over, yeah, about 25 ounces.
Isn't a lethal dose of vodka like one whole bottle?
It's just potatoes.
It's just potatoes. Oh, Chapman's down. He's upside down in the sand corner. There goes Kahooner. There goes a bunch of lappers.
Kahooner?
Yeah, someone mentioned in chat, Chris, did you hear how much Pulp was talking about JS4 in fantasy last week?
No, I haven't heard, but Jeremy Smith in fantasy. I pick him on all the wrong weekends, pretty much, I think. Actually, I think I had him at his Southwick performance, which did me well, but when he didn't make the motos, I had him as well.
I know. How did someone go from not making the motos at High Point, that was, to finishing inside of the points?
Full-on privateer, and sometimes crap happens.
I guess, yeah.
And timed qualifying is, I guess, a joke. Is Jeremy Smith, who we're talking about, is on his last lap. He's like manualing these rollers, which is something that's really gnarly in sim, to say the least.
Yeah, this is hard.
And
to
on the
do.
250, nonetheless. He is just shredding this racetrack right now. We're going to see a big whip here, I hope. Oh, yeah.
That was just a gnarly scrub. Like, he stayed lower than I think I've seen anybody stay on that jump all night.
He's got the momentum carrying. Nice line there.
Certainly looking good.
I want to give him some love here because we haven't showed him much because there's been good battles behind him, and he is just checked out. No issue to get over that triple.
Track, have a nice little burger, grill it up.
I think he needs to
finish Kellen's vodka.
He needs to do a Hakan Karlofkas. You know that one, Chris?
No, Chris.
Pull over and slam a beer, right?
Pull over and slam a beer, number 89.
Chris, we already talked about no drinking and driving, okay?
Yeah, no drinking and riding.
Riding, sorry.
You have to practice safe alcohol. Meanwhile, Jeremy Smith, though, is laying waste to the field in the second moto. That is for sure. Finished third in the first moto. And right now, he is absolutely destroying everybody in the second moto.
Moxie's in second.
81
I think he's on a heater
seconds,
right now.
81 seconds ahead of Jordan Moxie right now. As Jeremy Smith comes down to the line, and he completes his domination of this moto with a 217.5. Jeremy Smith is your winner at Millville, and he's pumped. He's doing
Second
some
place
turn
is
bars.
down. Here comes Russ Chapman, Jordan Moxie, and Jeremy Kohenauer.
Kohenauer trying to get on the podium.
Front flipping it.
Chapman front flipped. Moxie and Kohenauer threw dualies. I have to drink more vodka. This is going to be ridiculous.
You better finish the call on this last lap as they go around the lap rider on the 237 machine. And now they're going to drag race up the mountain.
Three riders locked together. And
Kohenauer has a good run.
237 is Jake Warden. More dualies as they go up the hill.
Well, they just want you to drink tonight.
Kohenauer is trying to get the drag around the outside, but not quite able to get there just yet.
Oh, this is going to be good. They're all waiting to break till the last minute.
Yeah.
Hold it on that extra bit. Who's going to cartwheel is the question.
Three different brands. Moxie trying the inside. Chapman shuts the door. Moxie a big kick. Outside he goes. Kohenauer gets a spot.
Kellen looking for one of his few podiums. It might be his first podium, actually.
I think it really is his first podium. I could be wrong, but man, oh man,
I'm scared to say it is for sure his first because he's been around for so long, but I don't remember him ever being this good. He's always been solid, but now podium solid, and here goes Kellen launching it.
Oh, he's down into Chapman. Oh.
Oh, more points potentially for Sean Klein as he's going to go around the outside and make the move as well.
Klein into fourth. Meanwhile, Chapman comes across in second, so a 2-2 just misses out winning the overall. Moxie in third, Aaron's versus PC one to watch in the first moto, and Klein fourth. That's huge for the championship as Kohenauer comes across in fifth. Gebhardt's down in sixth, but he's going to get
should
sixth.
Be fine.
Yeah.
Rogers, Lewis still battling. The big thing is Colton Mitchell has 3 guys right in front of him. He's running 11th right now, but he could potentially make a few moves in the last couple of corners, and he's trying for it right now.
Oh,
and he's down and off the bike. Seabolt's actually going to go around him potentially.
Yeah, Seabolt will get him. Silic will not. Silic is too far back. Well, Silic already
finished, yeah.
So Seabolt got him. There's a rider down. That was a
lapper,
for position.
I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mitchell trying to get to the line.
Oh, Seabolt's down.
Oh, right before the finish, Seabolt. Are you kidding me?
He's angry.
So Seabolt will come across in 12th. So Smith, Chapman, Moxie, Klein
actually,
Gebhardt.
I could be wrong, but I think Klein gained points today then, finishing 6-4 to Mitchell's 111.
Oh, Mitchell gets 10th on cuts over Weitzel.
110. Yeah, that's close. That's real close. Either way, Jeremy Smith is your overall winner in the 250 class here at Millville. 450 is coming up here in just a second. Please do not touch that URL bar. Only refresh it when we are set to go for 450s. We'll be right back on the other side of this break with more Ride365.com Nationals powered by Versus PC.